Let's take a look at the steps in creating a pizza item in Aldelo Express. You're going to go to the back office, click on Products, scroll down to Pizza Setup, and then the first thing is to create your sizes. You have a total of 10 different sizes that you can have in the system. I'm going to add the size here in size number 5 for personal. That is going to be your first step. Hit save, and now that item, you've begun the process of creating it. Next up, we're going to look at the crust. The next step is to create your pizza crust options. You do that by clicking on crust and creating a base item. If you already have a crust type that you've created prior to this, just click on the drop down and select it. In this case, I don't have one for my flatbreads, so I'm going to click on the base modifier add button and add my base modifier. I can choose a color option. I can add a picture, and then that's about it. You'll have follow the parent is the correct choice. So yes, you want that. Just hit save. Now you've created your base modifier, and in this case I want to have now flatbread. This name just cannot be the same as your base modifier name. This is what's going to show up on the buttons. So you want this to be something that your operators and cashiers will understand. Flatbread, you can then add a picture, and now you have your choices here. If you have a 12-inch, then you're going to put in a price here or just zeros. Leaving it blank will exclude it from the build process. Since I don't have an upcharge for a flatbread, I'm just going to enter in a zero price, 0.00. That's all you have to do. That then will create the flatbread option in your system. If you have multiple crusts that you're adding at one time, go ahead and add crust, and you can do so. I'm not. I'm just going to go ahead and hit add pizza crust here, and that then creates the items. And you'll see that here it goes into the list of POU modifiers that we've already had in the system. Next up is going to be your sauces. The next step is to create your pizza sauce. So you're going to click on the sauce button on the left and create your base modifier. In this case, I'm going to create one called Premium. From here, you then create your sauce options, their premium options. Your pictures are there. If you don't have a special upcharge for this, then you would leave it blank. But if you do, you can then upcharge it here by simply entering in the price. Every price that you enter will then activate that size to have the option for this amount. Anyone that you leave blank will be excluded from the POU build. Repeat that for every additional sauce that you will have on your menu, and the system will then create those modifiers for you. Now that you've done the pizza sauce, let's do the pizza topping options. Same as before, you can select from your drop down of prior base items. I've got toppings and gourmet toppings, so for this example, I'm going ahead and enter one called Premium. So now we have premium toppings, button color, button picture, and then at the bottom we're just going to hit save. Now you've got your base modifier. Now it's time to enter the item name that is going to go on the button. So just for our own sake, let's do Boar's Head Premium Ham. Button picture if you wish, and then on every pizza that you're going to allow this, you're now going to need to put in a price of an upcharge. So the whole price for adding the premium ham to the 12-inch, let's make it $4.50, and then your half portion. You can make whatever price you wish. In this case, if you wish it to be half, you can do that. Otherwise, you can make up your own price here. Then what are you going to charge for thirds? Whatever price you put in here is going to be the upcharge. We'll take care of the base price of the pizza in the next step. We're only worried at this point about the charge for the upcharge for the premium ham. Every one you add will have a price. If you add a price, it will then add that as a pizza option. So for the flatbread pizza, let's put some prices on it. And that will give us an option when the system builds the POUs. It will build a personal pizza that has the gourmet ham on it, as well as a 12-inch. Any one that you leave blank will not be built. Add pizza toppings, and now that will add into the POUs for the system. The final stage is now here, and we're going to set up your actual pizza items. You can select from your previous base items here. I have a basic pizza, a customer choice pizza combo, and multiple meats. Since we've been working here with a flatbread, I don't have one for a flatbread, so we're going to create that now. Give it an item name. You need to then put in your product group. This is where it's going to be displayed on the screen. You also need a report category. I'm going to make both of these pizza. You can add a new group if this is a new item or a new group here by hitting create new. In this case, we're just going to use the existing pizza. Don't mess with the item type. Is it item discountable? Mix and match code is you generally use for like something like 3 for $10. You're not doing it here for this pricing, so we're going to ignore that. Open up the extended pricing, and here we have some printing option. It defaults to kitchen printer 1, but you can have in Aldelo Express up to 20 kitchen printers. Just simply click the one that you wish it to go to, or it can go to multiple. You also have the option to print to a kitchen display system. It defaults to yes. I'm going to turn that off, but you have up to 20 different screens in addition to the 20 different printers. This is a kitchen bar sort order. This will determine a number here, 1 to 99, whereas 1 will print all the ones at the top of the ticket, and then sequentially down below that, the numbers with a lower print sort order. So items that are labeled 1 print first, 2 next, 3's next, and so forth. Max unit price, this is extended pricing. For if this was an open price item, it's not, so we'll leave it. Then the limit count on the toppings. So if you were doing a 3 meat combo, you would put in the number 3, and then you would put free and limit. You would check yes. This would give you the option of setting the price for 3 meats. Those will be included at no charge. Any additional toppings would be at the published price. So you can have 4 or 5 toppings, but the first 3 are going to be at no charge or included. Sales tax options, you have 3 sales tax. And then, is this item in stock? Well, yes, you're making this pizza, so yes, it is. It's not a bar item, and it's not a drink qualifier. And you probably don't want to put a max number that they can purchase, but that's what this item is for. And then here's your item description. This can be used for things like calorie counts, allergens, anything that you'd like to have displayed at the point of sale. What you would do is touch the menu item with 2 fingers, and a pop-up would come up that would give whatever you type here, the description, and whatever you have typed here would then pop up at the point of sale. You can then configure their force modifiers, which in a steak restaurant you would use to do the temperatures. In your situation for pizza, if you were creating a pizza combo, then you'd want to force the modifier options for the drinks. Advanced modifiers are for vegetable choices and side choices. So if you're doing a combo with sides, you can create your advanced modifiers here to then give the option to choose the modifiers that go with this item. Tag along items are probably not used for pizza. They are for items that have multiple things rung up, like in a gift basket in retail. You ring up the gift basket and it's going to ring up all the different items that are in that gift basket. Not something you would normally use for a pizza restaurant, but that's what this is for. Go ahead and hit save, and now we've created our base item, in this case the flatbreads. So we're going to give this a common name. So when this item rings up, since we have a personal size, it's going to ring up the item display will say personal flatbread pizza. That personal flatbread pizza will be printed in the kitchen, shown on the kitchen display system, on the rear customer facing display, and on the guest check itself. You can then put a button picture and a detail picture. The detail picture is the one that will pop up on the screen with that item description that I described earlier. Here are the prices. I chose in this option, in this way of explaining it to you, not to do the pricing at the crust level. You had that option there to enter the price level of a 12-inch pizza there. I chose to do it at this point of the programming. So in this case, anything that I leave blank will be excluded from the pricing. Since we're dealing with flatbread pizzas, I'm going to enter the price, the base price of a flatbread cheese pizza. Toppings will be extra. Add pizza items, and now that is built. You have now successfully built your flatbread pizza that goes now on the menu on your point of sale terminal. All the options are here. You can obviously go back and make any modifications and changes that you wish. For more information about Aldelo and our products, you can always call us at 800-801-6036 or email us at sales@aldelo.com. If you have a support question, email support@aldelo.com, or you can check us out at the family of websites that we have, aldelo.com, aldelopay.com, and the Aldelo Express.